gotta say the don't repeat is the most requested line.
You know how on the shampoo bottle has directions, right? Lather, rinse, repeat?
Yeah.
I don't repeat.
He doesn't repeat.
Interesting. And yet it still gets clean.
They only put repeat on the bottle so that you buy more shampoo.
Oh.
Wow.
Although, does anyone repeat? It didn't feel like that novel of advice to me at the time, but people thought it was funny.
Hey, Miranda.
Hey, Ethan.
Lizzie. So,
I would describe Ethan as a lovable fool. He's the guy with the best hair around, that's without question, and he is loyal to the point of his own brain capacity. He can get talked into and out of a lot of things. Ultimately, he wants to be there for his friends, though. He's got a big heart.
I heard you spent the whole day with your cool little brother. I love that little guy.
Wants to do his best, loves people, but sometimes is more on the aloof side of things.
Ethan, Gordo could tutor you. Yeah, he's really smart. And we could help. If you needed it.
That'd be cool. What do you think, Professor?
My favorite part about Ethan is that he's just so free, is that he's not afraid to jump in there and get after it. He's not afraid to, he'll play dance, he'll play sports. He's not even too afraid to ask for a tutor, So I think that's really admirable that he's just always kind of putting himself out there at the next opportunity. My least favorite is how easily manipulated he can be at times. There was one episode where everyone has like a mock marriage.
If you leave Miranda, then you and I could be married.
Oh, that's still pretty cool.
How's that sound, Dr. Kraft?
You're really smart.
And Kate's character has a little subplot to get me to become her wife, essentially have an affair in middle school. And that's a downer. But, so I wish he wasn't so gullible in that sense. But, ultimately that turned out just fine and they're all still friends. Oh, lines that are still memorable to me now. Definitely in the movie where Miss Ungermeyer asks,
Have you even made a dent in your reading list?
and I say, yeah, I finished it.
You read 11 books?
I read the list. That was fun. I try to convince Gordo's character to make a stone face for the school picture.
Because we've got this great plan. See, when all the guys get the picture taken, the last minute, we're all gonna do this.
Gonna do what?
Do this. Isn't that great?
Everyone of his close friends called him Gordo, but in the script it said Gordon. However, my 13-year-old self had never actually seen the name Gordon written down before, and in the audition I pronounced it Gordon.
Yo, Gordon.
Hey, Kraft, what's up?
They thought it was funny, and stuck with it, and pretty much I think that my ignorance is what got me the role. Another one was a school dance.
Whoa, check out Ethan. Parker looks like she's having a great time.
I was going with someone, but then someone wanted to go with me, and just in the script it said Ethan dances like a madman. So I really went for it and had a lot of fun. The director had to ask if I could do a little less because my feet were clambering on the floor a little bit too much while they were trying to film other people talking. But yeah, oh man. Lizzie McGuire taught kids a lot, I think, about growing up, because that's a particular age range that I don't think kids get a lot of instruction for. And a lot of people are like, if you have any questions, just ask. But if you're at that age, you don't want to ask. You give a point of just someone's sharing what they're thinking. And so that you can, oh wow, like this person is thinking that too? I'm not crazy, or, I'm not so weird, or whatever. And I think it gave a good role model for people too. A lot of shows was just like, they're the main characters just because they're wacky, or they're funny, or this or that. And I feel like the character of Lizzie was just a real person that people could relate to. I think what made the show so relatable, one, it was interesting coming from a female perspective. I think the show would be very different if it was coming from a boy, because I think there's just so much more social complexities that girls would have to go through than guys do. My assumption, I was a jock, so things might have been a little bit more simple for me. I might have been a little more simple-minded as far as, how that goes. But I think, talking about who likes who and who gets right to what and what clubs is socially acceptable for you to be in or not. The bra episode, obviously, possibly a taboo topic at that time.
I want a bra, okay? A bra! A bra, we want a bra! I want a bra!
But the conversation's going to come eventually. Is it now? Is it later? You don't know. So I think that's kind of why. Where would Ethan and Lizzie be now, and would they be together? Ethan could be a used car salesman to a politician, and he can really go anywhere or fall anywhere on that map. I think it just more depends on his support system, but he does tend to have a way of just kind of falling into the best case scenario. Lizzie, she's driven, but she's also a people person, and like I could see her being ahead at like some corporate office for sure. In HR, even heck CEO, why not? Would they be together? It's going to be a hard no. If Lizzie has any sense. God save her soul if she is. But I think just the fact that these people were talking about those themes in that show was just really cool. I was more of an Even Stevens guy myself, to be honest. Which is funny because I talk about the groundedness of Lizzie McGuire and the wackiness that Even Stevens had. So am I a hypocrite? I don't know. But it's entertaining. There have been a lot of people who have said specifically, like, that really helped me through a lot of middle school. And it's like, oh, it's so nice. It feels good to impact people in a positive way. I think there was a bit of an evolution of Ethan from the series to the film. The final scene between Ethan and Kate, and they're eating their own plates of pasta.
If all that can happen to Lizzie McGuire, the only thing I know now is I don't know anything.
That's hot.
What?
Girls who think they know everything are just a turnoff.
Really?
Oh, totally.
And Ethan offers up some sage advice about not caring so much about what other people think about them. I think we see small slivers of wisdom throughout the series and the film, which is, funny how, wherever you find wisdom is wherever you find it. It doesn't matter if that person's necessarily intelligent or not. Maybe you don't do math, but you can encourage somebody. So the fact that he can't do long division doesn't mean that he can't be a good friend and kind of point you in the right direction as far as your own self-esteem and confidence goes. So I think Ethan knows how to play to his strengths.